Now we have in the studio President of the Association of Environmental Protection and Climate Change Practitioners, AVM, Akuba Iyamu. That's Air Vice Marshal retired Akuba Iyamu. Glad to have you join us on Newsnight.
Thank you for having me, and thank you, viewers at home.
All right, well, definitely you can't stop rain. You can't. It has its seasons. But you can make arrangements to curtail or to stop it from wreaking havoc. The question then is, are we doing that?
Yes, thank you again, viewers, for having me. First of all, before I start, let us congratulate the D-Tigers for bringing glory to Nigeria.
Making Nigeria proud.
Yes, and we wish them more.
Like their sisters, the Super Falcons.
Super Falcons, and we are where the win for. Having said that, you see, the secret of disaster management is that you can't prevent it. You can't prevent a bad situation from happening, but you can prevent the bad situation from getting worse. Now, early in the year, we've talked about all this, that this summer was going to be the most deluge of rain in the last 100 to 1,000 years, because the temperature has created a kind of sponge in the atmosphere. Sponge, you know, this baby sponge they used to bath. I don't know whether it was used on you. Used to mop up a lot of water. That's what you have in the atmosphere, because the earth is moving very, very slowly now. They created the time and everything. So what do you now have? And nature is forcing the water to come. Forcing the water to come. Where it gets more interesting is that most of these facilities we have across Nigeria, if there's any, they were all constructed to deal with 2 inches of rain over a long period of time. But they have to deal with 2 inches of rain in minutes. So you are going to have a very big problem. But our response agencies, what are they doing? They are rehearsing. They are like actors that are rehearsing for a rematch of a film that was not watched initially. Do you get what I'm saying? You see, when you make policy should touch the pain of so many of the people that you are making it for. Very, very important. That's where the disaster management is supposed to be. Look at, here's the thing, where it gets more interesting. Now, you see, disaster management across the world is supposed to take 9 trillion every year. And what is available now is only 1.26 trillion. What does that mean? If it becomes very interesting, the international community will abandon the third world country. So the damage as at now, as it stands today, is about 601 billion, and it's likely to increase to 1.1 trillion. So where do you stay here? Look, we have to invest in this, because money is not going to be coming from abroad anymore. Now, we have to look at other areas. Where are we going to get money? Our facilities around us, our forests. Our forests. Just every year we are supposed to be getting $2 billion from there. We're not doing that.
So the question of funding becomes very paramount.
Very, very critical.
But you don't, in regards to, this report, you don't buy umbrella during rainy season, rather before it sets in. That's the wise thing to do. Why are damaged culverts and waterways in a state of disrepair? Because, that's what I just read a while ago. You'd expect that those kind of things, it should be taken for granted that they should not be in that state.
Before I came here, I tried to compare the response in various areas. You see, the problem with Nigeria is nobody is talking about it. Until we get our local government right, nothing is going to work. Look, that local government is supposed to be the first school of democracy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the first school of accountability. It's supposed to be the first school of climate change. It's supposed to be the first school of everything. That is where you shape everything. Very fundamental and critical and basic. Now, I try to look at the Baltimore City emergency response. It was the local government that had the EOC, Emergency Operations Center. It was the local government that was issuing out alerts. Can you, in your good conscience, point to any local government here? No, yes, they are getting a whole lot of funds. Do you understand? You see, the local government said, look, if your drainage, that is the Baltimore city mayor, if your drainage is blocked, this is the number to call. NIMET has been pouring predictions to you and everything. What followed after that? Nothing. There's no number to call. Like I always say, you see, if you go around Abuja, it's an eyesore. It's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. The drainages are all blocked.
Because I mean, that's talking about the cover.
Yes.
Like I asked you, shouldn't that be taken for granted?
Well, it's not taken for granted now.
Shouldn't that be a no-brainer?
You see, when you are sitting...
Build the culverts, clean the drainages, because we experience these things almost every year.
You see, climate change is now a part of national development. It's national, it's environmental, and it is social. You take it at that. You see, you could construct a city for 100 years, and 5 minutes of rain can render the whole thing. You see, we have to invest in climate action. I give you an example. The road going to Apo, this new road that was just constructed, the contractor forgot. It's now digging gutters everywhere. Meanwhile, when it rains, all the moss are poured on the road.
No, but how do you do that? Explain to me. I mean, when you bring the drawing of the construction, it should be there. Who is supposed to monitor it, and who gave permission without it being there?
You see, the gutter. You have to determine the volume of water that will pass through a gutter. Now, when those waters are passing, all the debris that is in that gutter blocks it, so the water gets to the road. What is now telling you that road is not going to last? It's not going to last, because it's now as an ad hoc way, it's digging all the gutters to move the water.
And then secondly, water will begin to access what it's not supposed to access.
Exactly, begin to seep into the road, and that's very. You see, the whole thing is that the way we're looking at it, I get you see, the forest in Brazil contribute 15% of their GDP, and contribute $15 billion to Vietnam. Here we have the Sahara Desert, where all the phosphorus and iron gets into the Amazon forest. So we have a very great advantage. But you see, we are so unstable in policy. Look at, I ask you, who is going to represent us in a conference of parties this year?
COP.
You have somebody, a different person in COP28, a different person in COP29, a different person is going in COP30. No, they don't work with destabilization like that. And meanwhile, you have debt for national finance and debt for climate change that is supposed to help you to develop a whole lot of things.
Now, you know, you made one point, and I was discussing with a professor of disaster management. I didn't know before, you know, who said that, just like you mentioned about local government, the levels, first local government, then state governments, governors, before you start even calling the federal government. So that the governors should begin to do, beginning with the local governments, should begin to do, that's the first part of call, you know, as to how to handle this question of flood disaster management. But let me ask you this. What's your sense of the government asking the federal government, that is the state government now, asking the federal government to expedite action on the reconstruction of Alau Dam, which caused severe flooding last year?
See, the problem arises from the Constitution. The Constitution, Section 20, vested the control of the environment on the federal government. So that absorbed the state government, you know, of any action, and they go there. Everything they wait for the federal government. You have 117 million dams in the world, and 340 of them are in Nigeria. So this is where it gets interesting. Now, like the dam, the Lower Osoma Dam in Abuja was constructed in 1990. Has it been deseated? The answer is no. The answer is no. You see, dams are like vehicles. You must treat them with the utmost care. You must maintain them, service them, and everything. Allow them. It is so embarrassing that after a year, 1 year, That's 1 year, 1 full year. We are still banding excuses.
That's exactly why I asked the question. Should we be talking about
We should not be talking about it. You see, there is Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation. That's your job. You move in there. You move in there immediately because, see,
this shows that we have a lackadaisical attitude towards these things, which means this might likely just continue. The rains, the flood to wreak havoc.
Now, there's nobody that will say he's not reading the times, the way the climate is wreaking havoc now. If we are not even talking about Largo Dam. You know, Largo Dam, when it was constructed, now it can only hold 1/6 of the water. When that one is released, another problem again. But you see, the Alao Dam it is a crying shame. It's a crying shame that the vote of thanks that you can give to the people of Maiduguri is that after 1 year, the dam is not it's not fixed.
On a lighter note, before we let you go, internally displaced persons in the north central zone of Benue State, we recorded 49 births and 380 pregnancies in a month. What do you make of that?
What do you expect? We are managing more than 8 million IDPs. Before I came here, one news just popped up. They were demonstrating for expired food and bad food. Here is where it gets more interesting. You see, UNICEF, the US Congress, after 80 years have cut the fund.
Yeah.
Then you say this almost not existing. So we have to look for money. We are flaring gas at the rate of almost 2 billion every year. Where this one coming from? Let us stabilize our National Commission for Climate Change. Let there be stability so that we can access the fund and deal with all these things. We cannot deal with it with envelope budget. Have you been to the IDP camps? It's a sorry state. Nigerians should be treated better. Like the Baltimore condition I told you, the local government chairman was telling you that, look, when there is flood, this is it, this is where to go, this is website to go. We are moving you from state prepared, already prepared, where everything is available. And we can do that in Nigeria. It's very easy.
That's being proactive.
Yes.
I guess we'll leave it there. What one would have to say is let the ears that are supposed to hear and then do what is supposed to be done. Thank you so much. President of Association of Environmental Protection and Climate Change Practitioners, AVM Akube Iyamu. Thank you for being on News.